Hello, everybody. Just let me get set up here and then we'll get into things as usual. Okay, and now that the link is out, let's go ahead and make sure that this is working just fine. Can everybody hear me, and how well can you hear me? 11 out of 10, okay? Okay, cool, excellent. This is the third microphone, actually. There wasn't anything really wrong with the second one, it just, I happened to get access to a Blue Yeti. A new Blue Yeti. In time for this. So that's what happens to be laying around here, so I grabbed that. Okay, so where do we begin? Actually, hold on. Let's follow the rule as we've been going all along. We got maybe a minute, 2 minutes to go. And because of that, let's go ahead and say hello to everybody who's already submitted a super chat and said hello that way before we get everybody else in here. Okay, Redman89 says, can we get a quick recap, sir? You absolutely can. I'm just waiting for everybody to spill in first, and then we can go ahead and do that recap. I do want everybody to be aware of what's going on before we finish up this little trip here. Cats because yeah said, uh-oh, it's time to get spooky. The Frymon said, hey, Nick. Hope the investigating has been going well. Love the streams. Can't wait to see what's next. Excellent. I'm glad that you've been enjoying yourself. I definitely have been enjoying myself. Burger Gun, closed captioning, says, just updated to the $5 Patreon. Thanks for some terror and fun. Keep up the good work and just call me Burger Gun. It made me put the CC. I like it with the CC though. It adds character. Makes me giggle. And thank you so much for joining the Patreon. I really support that. All of you guys who are patrons and all of you new patrons as well. I see all of you who just came in here. I looked at it last night and I was shocked to see such a huge uptick. Thank you so much. Madam Crystal says, does your boyfriend watch this stuff? Because he's going to have a lot of questions otherwise. Hope to see you at Furbuck. Oh yeah, he always knows what's going on with me whenever it comes to Nightmind stuff. Usually he's the first to know, naturally. And, yep, I hope to see you at Furbuck as well. Banish Talk says, hey Nick, I'm glad you're okay. Really curious what you found this time. Greetings from Germany again. Oh, hello. Amazing having you guys tune in from so far. It really does never cease to amaze me. Asifa said, keep up the good work, and I can't wait to see what other entertaining video you will put out in the future. Thank you very much. Sacred Emperor said, stay awesome, Nick. Love ya. Much love to you, too. Samantha Cundy said, Ayo, sis. You inspire me to work on my own ARG. That's fantastic to hear, Samantha. Go for it. We could use a lot more ARGs in the world that are really awesome. Rose Quartz said, just had my birthday. Thank you so much for providing all the entertainment and spooks that you do. Love you, Poppy. Greetings from Australia. Hello, Rose. Again, somebody tuning in from far out of sea. Procopius Jones said, hey, Piazzanos, it's the Super Nocturne Brothers Super Chat show. Shut up, PJ. Featuring Nick Nocturne, Binks Nocturne, and Danny. Cute. Janae Padame said, FYI, humans do need sleep. Still love you, though. Love you, too. Okay, let's see. How many people we got here? 12:17. Okay, we'll just go ahead and wrap up these super chats that flooded in quick and then get on with the show. Marissa said, I've been on the edge of my seat every night waiting for your updates. I love your channel so much. Stay safe and keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Marissa. It's been great having you here and everybody else who's been tuning in so much as well. Oh, Real C said, been loving these live streams. Thank you so much. Cammy Black said, you spin Danny right round, like a record, Daddy. Right round, round. Thank you for this wonderful time, Nick. Thank you for watching and supporting during it. Just having you guys here has really made this a huge thrill. Rugilicious, thank you. Casey Miller said, hello from West Virginia. Glad to catch the stream. Glad to have you here. Thank you. Ted the Warlock said, thank you for your videos. My anxiety is bad tonight, but watching you helps. I'm sorry to hear that, Ted. It's a really tough time whenever you get an anxiety spell, but hopefully this will help put you back in the place where you feel best. You started streaming right when I felt bad. Love what you do. Thank you, Ted. It's amazing to have you with us. The Wandering Master says, good morning, my fellow shapeshifter. Thank you, Wandering Master. Happy Cyclops said, have you figured out what he's sorry for? We're going to talk about that. Don't worry. Pirate Guy 7 said, weird question, but do you watch Techmoan videos? Saw it recommended in one of your earlier streams. Never heard of Techmoan. Mushi Senpai said, hey again, Nick. Can't wait to see this. Final? Yes? No? Update. Glad you didn't get added to JT's personal movie collection. Same here. Oh, Geek Goddess 2.0 says, well, better late than never. Didn't catch the other Jack vids, but glad to be here now. Always try to make time for you, Nick. Thank you, Goddess. Glad you could join us. Cockerworm, hello. They say thanks for the rad streams. Thank you for tuning into them. Eldritch Hat said, hey, Nick, I'm a big fan. I've even done some fan art, and you've inspired me to start my own project focusing on stories as well as animation/art. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Eldritch. Go for it. All the ideas that you've got that really call to you. Heed the call. Mavro St. John said, Bird is here, but a bit late. Anything I missed? Not really, just getting started with reading off some of these super chats that rolled in. Just waiting for everybody to show up. Ren Cameron said, Wit from Discord here, Nick. Wish you the best. Thank you, Wit. Double Z said, wait, you're a furry? Never knew that, LMAO. If I can manage to make it to Furpok, would love to see you there. I'm from the area. Come on down. Calm down. Help them break an attendance record. And you know, I'm not the only one who's going to be there. There's another surprise YouTuber there that myself and one of our mutual friends, Kogadope, strong-armed into agreeing. He will come kicking and dragging if we have to. Callista Shield said, once again wearing my Nightline shirt, you rock. Thank you, Callista. It's awesome to know that you could care enough about everything going on with the channel and the channel itself to have a shirt. Thank you. Squeaker Reader says, I'm so happy to finally catch one of these. I made fan art for you and posted it to Twitter. Don't know if you saw it or not. I will check. I don't think I've missed anything, but it has been a busy couple of days. Either way, thank you so much. Anyway, love you, Cat Daddy. Oh, whoa, face. I'll just read off here. Space Child says, I can't believe this is the last stream. Also that feeling when you can't go to Furpocalypse because you live in Europe. Oof, that is rough. Hey, maybe sometime I can come to a con in Europe. I've never been overseas. That might be fun. Okay, we'll cut it off there for now. Oh, yeah, slipped down. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Left off at Jazz Gemo, or Jazz Gemo 13. We'll pick up from there in a bit. Right now, it's time that we jump into this, right, chat? I said right, chat. That's the point, that the chat should show up. Okay, everybody. So, catch-up time. During the last stream, we got the package that basically was all about Jack Torrance apologizing for something and a claim about cheating. We received 2 very old records in a big burlap sort of bag with some string tied around it inside of a party birthday bag, and a lot of notes that said, I'm so sorry. Well, most of the notes said, I'm sorry. The final one said, I'm so sorry, and had a little black cat with it. We were theorizing what Jack was apologizing for when, in the course of actually talking to ourselves about that, we were told by Jack directly, or rather I was told by Jack directly through an email, which was just a link to one single YouTube video. Fragment 74F. Fragment 74F contained the song Cheating from the records that we were given. Now, that was the only song that I actually needed the record player for, because everything else you could find online. Cheating, however, there didn't seem to be any record of it online whatsoever. So, that should have been the tip-off. But after listening to that and going to sleep by morning, I had gone through all the videos on Jack Torrance again, trying to find any more connections I could to the locations that I'd seen, what I knew so far, and the graveyard scene in Fragment 74F. And then something happened. Along the course of 74F and the graveyard footage, I took a look at Fragment 5S. Now, Fragment 5S has quite a few different markers in it, and it looks like it could be the same graveyard. At other portions, it doesn't look like it's the same graveyard. It could be 2 different ones. But I did recognize some things, and I did realize that I needed to check that out. So, yesterday, actually, one of the first things that I did was go to this graveyard. And now is the point where you're going to want to turn your volume down because we're going to desktop audio. I will give you about 7 seconds to get ready, okay? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So today, I'm at a, well, honestly, not entirely unexpected place. I just didn't really think that this would be so closely tied to everything else, but as you can see, I'm at a cemetery. And even though Jack sent a different cemetery video to me, I did manage to match one of the locations for a cemetery video by this grave right here. You can see it in the specific video that'll line up along the side. I don't quite remember. It was Fragment 5S. Fragment 5S. That was the video that showed off this particular grave. There are a few styles of this around here, but none that look specifically marbled in this way. You can also see from the sides on these stones, it's quite reminiscent of the area from the same video, and from the videos in general about the cemetery. And now it took me a minute to line up this shot or find out where it was, but I think I've got it. As the cameraman or whoever is walking along in that video, they come across these leaning sort of stones here, and this might be it, but more prominently, you've got a pillar leaning against the base of a grave. I think this was shot much closer to the ground. Looked a lot bigger in the video, but it's actually quite small. So I'm pretty sure that's the piece. And just beyond it, there's that particular grave. Some of these graves aren't so easy to find and match up with the video. However, this one was pretty impossible to miss once it was studied long enough. Jack Torrance, or whoever was filming, comes right around to these big coffin-shaped looking graves. Moves around to this one, at which point you notice this right here at the top, followed by the side of a building. Yeah, and if we line the shot up just right... Sorry, forgot about that moment of silence again. Anyway, if you line the shot up just right, you will see that it's pretty unmistakable. You do have a difference because of the camera types used. Obviously, Jack Torrance was using some very old camera footage, and I was using something much more modern and much more wide in aspect ratio, but it syncs up perfectly. This cemetery I felt was like a gold mine. I found it. I found a new location. It wasn't specifically the one that Jack sent me after. That was a bit of a disappointment, but that turned out to be in my favor today. When Jack Torrance delivered this picture on the community tab on YouTube, as well as in a personal email to me, along with another bit of evidence. Now, last night they gave me a warning, saying, tomorrow, a farewell. So, anything that happened today would be the final action from Jack Torrance. Waited around during the day trying to find out when it would happen. Just waiting on the call. Then I got the email with this image in it and a very telling piece that let me know the graveyard that I had found the day before was the location. This door was the drop zone. So, today, Jack sent another email with a specific location. This time no coordinates, just a clue as to where it was. Turns out I knew precisely where it was because I visited that location yesterday. It was that cemetery that I just got done showing you guys. Rather than drag things out with the camera this time, because again, you've just seen the location and the matchup, just went for a dash and grab. And to help us with opening what seems to be the final package from Jack Torrance, we have our friend Danny here with us. A little bit of a celebration. All the dirty strings removed with what seemed to be brown or maroon stains on them, blood or otherwise, leaving a dark black coffee can. Let's go ahead and pop this one off and see what's inside. The first thing that jumps out when you remove the lid is all the paper, and then you see the message on the side the lid. You should have never answered the call. Ask for forgiveness. Okay. Taking just a few of the bits of paper out of the coffee can, we see something quite unexpected. They're images of fan art of me, viewer art of me, burnt through. The first piece of paper is a shot from, I believe, my first video on Jack Torrance. Printed out, ripped up, burnt through. We even have tweets from some of you guys talking about the investigation. Stuff like, good job. I sense there's going to be a live stream about what's in the package. What's in the package? Going through more of the paper, and there's definitely a lot of paper. The intro to the Cat's Eye video that I did, or rather, the thumbnail that I've been using for these live streams as I've been out in the field. Another bit of viewer art. And the most current bit of viewer art, showing me holding Danny Torrance here. All of these papers have a very strong scent coming off of them. It's either perfume, cologne, or cleaning solution of some kind. Maybe to help things burn? And just from the inside of this, I can see more black cats in here. The further we go, the more mess we find. More printouts from Twitter. Printouts of what seem to be screenshots of the package tape uploaded online. A shot from one of the live streams. More comments from you guys. I found 2 new black cats in here so far. You can see the shape of a very big third in here, and messages inside the can. You might have noticed already as I've been going through these and showing you guys, the papers are getting progressively dirtier, both in terms of red markings, dried red markings, and just a lot of dirt. There are more cats now, and as it goes deeper down, they get a lot dirtier. There's one right there on the inside, and of course I'll read the notes attached to the tape on the inside of the can for you. I'm trying to get through all of this right now. So I hurried up the pace a little bit here, and I counted up the cats, as well as got the big one out. This is a pile of 8 small cats. The big one, the 9th, is made after me. 4 eyes, perfect coloring, covered in dirt. I've made it through the rest of the coffee can. This is the height of the pile of burned images that Jack left. I found more cats, too. The total in here come up to 11. Actually, no, they come up to 10, I'm sorry. The one that I've already received from last time makes 11. The big piece makes 12. And if you're counting in me, myself, that makes 13. The inside of the coffee can, every last bit of tape says the same thing. Sequitur infectio. It's got to be Latin. Sequitur infectio, sequitur infectio, sequitur infectio. I even had a piece fall out that I managed to put back on here. Sequitur infectio. And that's it. Apparently that's all that Jack has for us. There's a curse in place. Of some kind. But I'm not going to be welcome here anymore. So naturally, after all of that, I had to look up the meaning of sequitur infectio. It is Latin. It means followed by infection. So, this coffee can was essentially one giant package to curse me. It's a curse from Jack Torrance. Because I came out all this way and I answered the call. There was one more thing inside the coffee can. And it's something I can't show you due to the nature of it exactly, but I can tell you what it is. It's an address for a P.O. box. And, I searched all around it. I searched all around the coffee can, everything inside. The P.O. box address was hidden inside of the final big statue, the statue that was specifically of me. And I couldn't find a key. Couldn't find any other instructions. I just have the P.O. box. So before I go, I have to check that out. See if there's anything, I guess, being held for me there. Or maybe Jack needs the P.O. box because they want their records back. I don't know. But that's all I'm left with is the P.O. box. They didn't really make clear what it is they want with it. But my thought is that I've got to pay it a visit and see what name it's under. and then proceed from there. So, considering that there is now a curse on my head for getting involved in this, I'm thinking that's what Jack Torrance was apologizing about during the last package. They weren't necessarily sorry about anything that they might have done before. I think they were apologizing because I got involved. It is calling. Will you answer? I answered the call. Now I need to beg for forgiveness. Why? Because I'm cursed. Infection is to follow. There's a new Jack Torrance post? Hold on. Okay. Wow. All are damned. All must ask for forgiveness. P.O. Box 170372. Austin, Texas 78717. Okay. Yeah, that's the address. That is the address. I guess I can give that out now. Because they just did. I guess they wanted to already move on to what I was going to say that I suspected all along now. That because my portion of the game is done, it's open. Now everybody else can play. Everybody else is invited. That was a hell of a tableau. Well, there it is, guys. I guess Jack Torrance, or whatever is running the channel now, wants messages begging for forgiveness sent to that P.O. box. Okay. Sacred Emperor, what? Hold on a second. Well, screw it. Come on, load. Come on, damn it, load. Okay. It's alright, Sacred Ember, it's alright. That was a pretty good summary of what you think is going on, and I gotta agree with a good amount of it. I mean, I don't know what else to say to that, Sacred Ember. That was a hell of a lot of money for a super chat. I mean, thank you. I just hope that you're not legitimately concerned. I don't think that there is an actual curse on my head. I think you did a great job of letting me know what you think is going on, and again, I gotta agree with a good amount of it. Okay, Where do we even begin talking about what just happened? It was intended beforehand. I just felt it was an appropriate time. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sacred Ember. I appreciate that very, very much. That basically takes care of my way home from here. So I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate everything that you guys have done. The viewing, the supporting, just being here, being a patron, being a viewer, super chats, just caring about me in this endeavor at all. Thank you so much. How many cats were in the video? Somebody just asked. In that exact video, I didn't count them. You probably can. I've only received 12 myself. I would make 13 if you add me into the mix. Wow, the P.O. box was meant for everybody. So, okay. I don't have to open a P.O. box tomorrow. That's good. That's good. And yeah, anathema or anathema, however you pronounce it, that's part of this. Because of the last video that showed up. Yeah, that's right. In fact, you know what? I didn't even mention that because it went over my head in the mix of everything. Jack uploaded a video yesterday. The message of which said, I believe, all shall suffer who watch. All who watch shall suffer anathema, I think. Or anathema. Open the cats, somebody said. I've already actually looked at the cats. Especially the one from the beginning. The glue rubbed off. It didn't reveal anything underneath. I don't think that there's anything actually inside the cat. Anathema, somebody said it's pronounced. Okay, anathema. Are the small cats supposed to be us, the fans, somebody said? Yeah, you know, I think that's probably the message here. If I'm the center of the piece, then all the small cats are everybody that I've helped carry the curse over to. So, we did it, guys! We are now officially cursed. It's not just a Twitter meme anymore. Somebody said there was 12 small and 1 big? Okay. Okay. And no, I didn't move my window for Patreon down because of a porn site link popping up. Guys, on Patreon, that's where people come to me with messages to get their web series consultation, their project consultation. I'm not just gonna blow the whistle on a whole bunch of things. I wanted to be careful opening any of the messages that I got for Patreon. Besides, if you don't use an incognito mode for your porn, what the hell are you even doing? That's why Google made it. Was there white powder inside the coffee can? Somebody asked. No, but there was mulch. There was dirt, actual like dirt all the way through. I didn't expect that somebody was going to drip what seemed to be blood all over the cats and the big centerpiece cat. That was unexpected. Did I see the talons in the video? Yes, and I also saw some of the cameras that Jack's been using. So, yeah, there was a lot in that video. What am I gonna do now? Right now, I'm just trying to figure out where to take this conversation from here. And I'm not trying to ignore anybody who's got super chats. I want to read them all and in succession like I usually do. And guys, really, honestly here, let's speak out of game for a minute. If you believe in curses, don't be scared, guys. This is a game. This is a story. This is a story. It's just that the creator of this story is doing an extremely good job of staying in character and really selling it. And I've got to give it up to them for that. I really, really do. They stayed in character even when I sent them an out-of-game email making sure that everything was fine, and then assured me, completely, in character, all the way through. I mean, the way that they're playing this, it might as well be legitimate. But it's not. So, don't worry. We're having fun here with everything else on Nightmine like we usually do. Do you think things are closer than I expect? Somebody asked. A lot of these locations turned out to be a pretty decent driving distance. I mean, where I'm from, you don't really have to drive very far to anything, which is great. In Texas, it is like literally nothing to drive half an hour for what you need, apparently. And an hour is about equivalent to a half hour, or maybe 20 minutes from where I'm from. So, yeah, everything was pretty close. Sacred Ember said, I think Jack may have failed. I think he tried to pass the curse to you, but I think they might still be the target. I don't need to charge my laptop, okay? I'm doing fine. 59% is pretty good, okay? Where do I think things will go from here? I've been thinking about the story of Jack Torrance, just overall. Not just this whole section, but overall. And what I take away from it is that the best way to explain the disparity between videos that seem related and videos that just seem hokey is when you account for the video description. All of the stuff that's being uploaded was found in a bunch of big boxes at an estate sale, right? Let's say that this series is taking inspiration from the VHS horror series. None of those videos are actually connected to each other. They're all part of one big collection of insane stuff. So let's say that the majority of what we're seeing from the boxes that have been uploaded is legitimately connected, and the rest of it is just creepy stuff that a collector, whoever owned it at one point and then passed away, had in their collection. So among that collection, among the red herrings, we have stuff that is actual story. And the actual story seems to connect to everything that I've been experiencing in Texas, that we've been watching this whole time. And that is involving a cult, or what I will say is a fringe element of an organization. And that fringe element is a cult, dealing in the occult. And they seem to worship something, or they summon something that is here now, and it carries with it a curse that we have now gotten involved in. Anathema is apparently exile, not a curse. Either way, it's bad. Either way, it's a bad punishment from a religious figure. Do I think anybody's going to mess with the ARG since anybody can just mail to the P.O. box? Yeah, I'll say this. I'll say this much. I've learned that it is possible, no matter how improbable it seems, for somebody to be a complete asshole and try to derail something that everybody has active investment in, whether it's for a giggle or for attention or just because they can. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they will be smart enough to catch a lead that they need in order to do that and waste everybody's time. So it's possible. I mean, those people could be out making something brilliant of their own instead of trying to derail something, but I guess they see it easier to fuck with things that are already in place. And I've got no respect for them. Jack uploaded again? Really? Come on now. I better not be getting rickrolled. I better not be getting bamboozled here. Oh look, it's only the video from 21 minutes ago. Oh look, the picture from 4 hours or so ago. Nice try, guys. I don't need to break open the big cat. The big cat is hollow. It's inside of the big cat where I found the P.O. box instruction. So, from here, what do I have to say? I can say that Jack's timing has been very good, because, I am leaving this weekend. I'm not going directly back home. In fact, I'm actually going further west. Like, all the way west, for the first time. I owe somebody else a visit. For something just as exciting, but much shorter than what this took. And then I'll be able to go home. When I do that, I'll go ahead and make a full compilation video of everything that happened here. A new Jack Torrance video. Something where you only have to sit down and watch the one video and you catch up on everything that went on. And there, I will tell everybody my theories, catch you up on the other videos where I realized that they were filmed at a location that I've already shown you, because that happened. I guess just put into it everything else that needs putting into it. From there, things will get normal again. My time down here is done for now. But it seems that Jack Torrance is very much far from over. Now it comes down to you guys. It is now an open investigation. I just got the ball rolling, I suppose. Jack Torrance said find me. Well, we found him. Now things are more serious than ever. So, catching up here, Jazz said, been with Nightmind since Marble Hornets, wanted to show some love. I'm getting married today and need some sleep before my 6 a.m. wake up. Love you, kitty. Night, night, Nick Knock. God, when didn't I leave on that super chat when I stopped? Oh my God, I could have caught them. Oh, I'm so sorry. Good luck. I mean, okay, what do you say for a wedding? Do you say good luck? Is it okay to say good luck? I wish you much happiness, lots of love. That's amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. There we go. Congratulations. Have an awesome wedding. Star Shiranui said, thank you for everything you do, Cat Daddy. Wish you were in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'd gladly buy you a drink. Oh, thank you, Star. Digidog Gaming said, finally caught one of these. Love you, Cat Dad. Oh, face. Double OO. Thank you. Red Rose said, I've been with you almost a year. You're one of my favorite YouTubers. Please keep doing a great work. Thank you, Red Rose. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you've been here for so long. Mega Freak said, finally glad to see this. I can't draw, but I plan on crocheting a plushie version of you soon. Cool. Oh, man, and that reminds me, every time I forget, I gotta get those plushies made. I really do. I owe you guys that. That's amazing, Mecha. Thank you. Helen Wilbur said, hi, Nick. Just recently introduced my friend Mia to your channel. We've been watching your streams together. Could you please say, hello, Mia. Cat Daddy loves you. Thank you. Hello, Mia. Cat Daddy loves you. Emo Glacian said, congrats on the investigation. This has been such a thrill to watch unfold and has helped me start an ARG plan of my own. Peace, love, unity, and respect. Same to you, Emo. Thank you. Laura Cipolla said, so glad to be here. Greetings from Finland. Hey, Finland again. Cool. Hello, Laura. Fonzie Perez said, imitate Wario's voice and say, oh man, can I actually pull this off? Can I pull off this shape-shifting feat? Wario. Okay. Let's go for it now. It's fun time. We're all cursed, so might as well have fun while we can. You may be Super Mario, but you'll never be Wario. That was a train wreck, I know it already. But I tried. Hey, Hayden. Hayden says, love you, Nick. Thanks for everything you do. Thank you. Amy Sizemore, thank you. Jelitza, or Elitza. Oh no, how far down did I get knocked down? Oh no! There we go. Elitza said, can you actually do the ARG with Noah? For all those who don't know, I posted a silly idea earlier that I had on Twitter. I said that the next ARG or field investigation I do, it's just going to be me strapping a GoPro to my chest and fighting Adam Rosner of Tribe 12 on the boardwalk in Florida, after which we'll have a nice candlelit dinner in which I interview him, and it will be very peaceful. He responded back and said, let's do that, but in reverse. It will make for a more exciting story arc. Hey, Ichigo. Been a hot minute since I've stopped in. Hope you're doing good, Cat Daddy. Thank you, Ichi. I am doing good. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Ichigo, if you guys don't know, is an awesome artist. Go ahead and check them out. Sammykins says, thanks for bringing us great creators to keep an eye on and for giving me motivation to keep on writing. Much love from Virginia. Much love right back to you. You keep on writing. Never let your ideas just sit when you can do something with them. Naxel said, welcome back. This makes my job at the transportation division of Big Brother much more fun. By the way, it's Naxley. Oh. Naxel, like Pixel, but with Nax and an added typo for fun. Naxel. Naxel, like Pixel. Okay. I'm glad I can be entertainment for you in the late night for you. Mama Bedlam said, glad to see a stream as soon as I get up. Have fun. Thank you, Mama. Miliardo V. Drash, I think I said that right, said, maybe off topic? Who do you think is the enemy on Everyman Hybrid, and if it is Slenderman, do you believe he'll intervene with Tribe 12? Love from Brazil. It's definitely Slenderman, and the rank, Habit seems to be a wildcard character. Almost always the probably almost always the enemy, but is probably getting bored of it by this point, and is mixing things up. Chris Mackey said, love tuning into your streams, and have loved every video from you since your first. Thank you, Chris. Since my first, huh? Never had a bad video? That's hard to believe for me. I appreciate that, though. Alexa6 says, "Hey Nick, if you venture to the side of the border, the damn good margaritas are on me." Much appreciated, thank you. Delaney C says, "It's 12 a.m., but I don't want to miss one of your streams." Well, you know, night mind. Hey, it's Friday night. It's Friday night into Saturday morning, so you guys are a little bit in the clear. I know a lot of you are a lot more free now. Logan said, "Thanks for being my access point to online horror." Thank you for allowing me to be your access point. And embracing horror. Rugilicious said, "Thanks for this journey. Forgot to write in my last super chat. You inspired me to write a spooky webcomic. Hope you can read it one day." Awesome. We need more spooky webcomics. This is a conversation I've actually had with a few people. Webcomics are great. They're a great field, but they seem to be lacking in our specialty. So the more of that we can get, the better. Quasar said, "I'm really loving these streams. Thank you so much for them." Thank you for tuning into them, Quasar. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into these. Space Child said, "Come to France, Catboy." I will someday if I can, Space Child. I absolutely will. But I think I owe the UK a visit first. I've got a goat friend over there that you guys might remember that I need to say hello to first. Bibliophile Writer says, "Can't wait for the dramatic conclusion. Your streams are the best. Also, I'm actually considering going to Furpok even though I'm not a furry." That's fantastic. You don't need to be a furry to go to Furpocalypse. If you want to go just to see some awesome costumes and say hello to me and see this crazy time that you get to tell all these people about when you get out of there, that's fine enough. You can even go for one day. The passes for one day are not bad. You don't have to stay. You know, if you want to show up and say hello, I will welcome you no matter what. It basically boils down to, it's a Halloween and creativity convention, guys. Is it themed in fur? Yeah. But it's also themed in everything that we love and stand for. Altaflame says, "Hey, shout out from the Discord. This is on behalf of Eupnia, who wants you to know that your fans in Texas support your efforts here and support your need to drive all over the place and use all that gas. From me, beat the heat." Thank you, Alta. Thank you, guys. And don't worry, I already have beat the heat. Emoglacian said, "So right now it's your job to steal and rob graves." Not exactly. Master Mario Link said, "Wish I could watch this live, but sadly my physical form needs rest. Wish all the best to you, and I'll be sure to watch this tomorrow. Amelia Lullaby." Thank you, Amelia. Guardian B said, "Hi Nick, hope you have a safe trip home." Thank you. Thank you so much. You've come so far since I started following your channel. Clear Lakes 44 launch. Wow! You remember that video? I don't even remember covering Clear Lakes 44 when it opened. Damn! And that was the thing I was the first excited about after Marble Hornets explained. Happy birthday, Nightmine, from another cat beast. I owe you some fan art, you spooky kitten. Thank you, Guardian. WM Reeves said, "Follows infection, Google Translate." Yes, indeed. HH Girls HH said, "It's your boy Lunar. Jackie Boy uploaded, my guy." Yep. Wow, so we've only gotten to the point where Jack uploaded. Technicolor Dust said, "Hey Nick, I found your channel in college. Your vids kept me entertained during many nights working on animations for class." Now that's a cool story. You know, sometimes when you do stuff on YouTube, and I've had this experience talking to others as well, you don't realize who you are with through your videos, the imprint that you're leaving on a moment in their life. Like, even for me, I have periods of my life that are colored by the presence of a YouTube channel that I watched during that time. That is forever imprinted there. So to hear that, and to know that I've been able to do that for another person, that is astounding to me. Thank you so much. Let me see some of your animations, by the way. Go ahead and send them to me on Twitter if you're not feeling shy about it. I love animation. Neul Alvarez said, "Much love from Brazil." Thank you. Hello from USA. Texas, which it still feels weird to be down here. Texas. Shelby Tully said Jack posted a video right now. Yep, right around that time. Lauren Taylor said, me being the witch I am, I want to remove the curse. I wouldn't worry about it, Lauren. I would not worry about the curse. If they actually want to do a curse, you know that they would have to be a lot stronger than that with what they're doing here. Yes, I've studied a little bit of pagan religion. Asifa said he put the P.O. box in the description. Yep. Sacred Ember's message of $300, which shook me to my core, and I didn't even know what to say at that point. Again, thank you, Sacred. Ghost Reaper said, you and all of us are cursed and need to ask for forgiveness for intruding. Apparently so. Ashley Postins, thank you. Madam Crystal, thank you. Space Child says, since there were also tweets from fans in the coffee can, maybe we are cursed too. Maybe the smaller cats are supposed to portray us. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Very good observation. Will Thigpen says, he told us up front all who watch will suffer. That they did. They did. So, this is only a logical progression. Snowy Naga, thank you. PJ, how does it feel now that you, and potentially the rest of us watching, have been cursed by the entity running the Jack Torrance YouTube channel? You know, it feels like the logical conclusion to this kind of endeavor. It just feels logical. Space Child says, and maybe that's why he made the P.O. box address visible for everybody? Because we too should beg for forgiveness? It's quite possible. It seems to be that's what they're asking for. Stephen McCarthy said, I had a tough day at work, but your videos are always good to relax with. So I'm really looking forward to watching this later. Here's a bit to help with your trip's expenses. Cat Pappy. Thank you, Stephen. Delaney C. said, can we get an F for respect, lads? You guys did that immediately, too. And it just kept on going, so I think we're good on that. Aaron said, hope you don't die during this investigation because I live for your videos. You're the best. Thank you, Aaron. And as you can see, knock on wood, I'm still alive. So, plenty more to come. Don't you worry, hon. Sacred Ember said it was intended beforehand, just felt it was an appropriate time. Yep, thank you. Devil's Rebellion said, you okay, Nick? Yeah, I'm very okay. I am definitely okay. I've absolutely had a blast down here, I really have. And moments of it have had a bit of apprehension involved, but altogether, this has been awesome. I gotta say, though, it is nice that we have reached a little bit of an endpoint and right on cue for me to get going. I can enjoy my day tomorrow and then mosey on out. Head over to the West Coast for the super secret thing there, which undoubtedly you will all know about if you're watching on Twitter around that time. Spend some time there, and then, quite honestly, I think I'm just going to end the trip by, on my way home, I'm going to stop and visit the boyfriend for some time. I need it. I need it. That's going to be the best way to unwind after all this. I think most of you who understand can agree. Poofdle cakes. Dude, one of these days you gotta tell me how to actually say your name, the way it's meant to be. They say, I was genuinely chill tonight. Thank you for inspiring the horror community, Mr. Nocturne. Bravo to you, and holy hell, bravo to Jack Torrance. Yeah, I gotta give it up to Jack Torrance too. Torulen, thank you. Madam Crystal, thank you. Cammy Black says, Nick, look up Goofer Dust. Torulen, thank you again. Mr. Glip said 12 apostles, 1 Messiah. Oh. The small cats are us. Nick is the Christ figure. I wonder who's Judas and when the crucifixion begins. Oh, let's not theorize about that. Let me check on you guys in the chat and make sure you're not bored to death here. Oh, geez, all the questions that rolled in as soon as I talked about my plans for the end of this whole trip. Yeah, 8, and you're not wrong. That's pretty much his attitude at this point. He's not surprised. He expects this of me, which is great. Here's $2 for cursing me. Thanks, Nick, said Creathicus. You're welcome. Thank you. Marco said, well, I think you did a good job. Thanks, Marco. Perfecto Cake said, also being in Louisiana, I had to learn real fast about Juju. Sending offerings to Jack Torrance immediately. You first, though. Thank you, Cakes. Hey, Garrett Dennison. Saying, this is the best anniversary gift ever. We get to be part of an ARG. I mean, and we get cursed, but okay. Yeah. I mean, this isn't a moment that I'm going to forget at all. This is huge. Jack Torrance is up there now. Jack Torrance is a big part of things now. It's way up on the shelf. Hold on just a second, everybody. Mr. Flippy Bomb says maybe we're dealing with somebody who's taking the ARG or this kind of game seriously? Someone who doesn't view it as a game? Someone who's dangerous? Again, guys, I will say that I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. I would not worry about this. I mean, I'd still be careful every step of the way with anything like this, but you see it for what it is, guys. It's a web series. It's Nightmine material. Wandering Master said, with any curse, it can be broken or sent back upon the caster. We just need to know what kind of curse we're dealing with. True. Maybe that'll be part of the story. Psychological Feat said, shout out to the fellow members of the Curse Squad. Also, I'm hella tempted to send something to the P.O. Box. Not sure what to send, though. Skellycat said, are you going to send a letter to the P.O. Box? Right now, I am debating whether or not Jack Torrance would personally like those records returned to the P.O. Box. I'm keeping Danny Torrance. I'm keeping that clown. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm keeping the clown. Danny's coming back with me. That's going on the shelf. Flightless said, does that mean we're all your kittens now? I mean, you've all been calling me Cat Daddy, so it's like, maybe Jack took that literally. Maybe Jack took that literally. Ember's note about Jack maybe having failed, trying to pass the curse to us, but they might still be the target. Maybe so. Ellen Yancey said, your Adult Swim explanations are what got me started on your channel, and I'm so glad I stuck around. Be safe getting home, Cat Daddy, and stay spooky. Thank you, Ellen. You've been here that long, too. That's great. Oh, I miss the Adult Swim days. When it comes to that kind of content, I mean, and that kind of excitement. Grim Reaper Hound 13 says, the word means the evil opposite or the destroyer of things. So we are cursed to destruction. Thankfully, some of us know how to deal with curses. Cool. Bibliophile says, 12 small, 1 large, 13, Last Supper. Okay, yep. Yeah, that seems to be the connection there. Jintis said, I haven't enjoyed a good cursing in years. Thanks, man. Had too much Taco Bell on me. Oh, yeah, we all get the curse from Stephen King's Thinner. Comics and Slushy said, been watching all week, and it's great to end my vacation by getting cursed. Gotta send Jack a letter ASAP and see what happens. Yeah, I have no idea what kind of response they're gonna get out of this. This will be crazy. So Not Down says, this actually turned out way better than I thought it would. I was expecting Al Capone's vaults. Thanks, Nick. Oh man, I know the story about that too, but I forget how it goes. So I kind of understand what you mean. Emo Glacian said, and to lighten the mood, if these super chats are voice commissions, Austin316 says, I just whipped your ass. Love you, Nick. Thanks for the wild ride. Thank you. You all are still with me, right? I just want to check real quick as we're going through this. I had a message come through just a little while ago saying that they lost the feed, that I suddenly stopped being live. Okay, excellent. Still good. Kinetic Kirby, thank you. Monkey May says, maybe the video means there's blood on our heads. It's possible. Could just be another spooky part of the exercise, the ritual there. But it's possible. HH Girl said, hey, yo, I'm back, ya boy Lunar. So I wanted to say, maybe this could be linked to the Wyoming incident. This seems like something the ARG would do. Nah, absolutely not. They are very separate entities. Very separate. I do not see that happening. That would be the most ambitious crossover event since... Let's see how many of you get mad at me for saying that. Nobody seems to be getting mad. Oh, just gonna stop you there, Nick. Yeah, see, you got it. Is Nick cursed now? Said Jeffrey McLean. Apparently so. I ain't worried. Sepe Sembra said, idea. Everybody send dildos to the P.O. box so they can take the curse and frick themselves. Bonus points for writing, I'm sorry on the shaft. Yeah, okay. Stone Bone said, Jack, upload again. No, we checked that. Not right. I'll accept the whole major look for $2, though. Thank you. KCD said, maybe you need to pass the curse on to something else. I don't think it's like chainmail. Passing Dragon, hey! Nice twist. Sounds to me like Jack is letting you go home and giving us all a direct way to join in. Can't wait to see where this goes. Nice work, Nick. Wouldn't have happened without you, Pouncing. Again, thank you, buddy. You rock. Moji said, can we send in forgive him so you aren't cursed? Love the videos. Stumbled onto your account this year and I've watched all your videos now. All of them? Wow. Thank you, Mo. And no, don't worry. You don't need to send anything on my behalf. Send in if you want to be part of this story going forward. That's the advice that I would give you here. Your voice feels like a blanket. Thank you. I'd read your name, but this is a little bit super tough to read. Oh, last first. First last. Okay, got it. River Song Pond said, sending a letter to P.O. Love you. Thank you. Much love to you too. And go for it. Let's see what happens. Quinn Man said, hey Nick, I've had my wisdom teeth pulled out days after my birthday, so these investigations have been the highlights of my week. Feels like I'm going through this with you, which is basically my dream. Great work, man. That's awesome. I'm glad that I could be here for you like that. If I had to say that there was an experience along those lines that I relate to in some fashion, I would tell you that in this hypothetical situation, it would have been October, and all I had to occupy my time was the Sci-Fi Channel's run of the 31 Days of Halloween. So I can relate to a little bit of a degree there. So it is kind of fun. Being laid up sometimes from some sort of illness or surgery, sometimes it has its own appeal. So glad I could do that for you. Zarvix Gaming said, from the community, thank you so much for doing all this. P.S. I did post some fan art on Twitter yesterday evening, might have missed it. I will go through my timeline. Or, if you want, you can go ahead and retweet it fresh for me tonight, Zarvix. Thank you. And thank you guys for supporting me in this endeavor, seriously. Again, the only reason I'm able to be out here is because of you guys. Daytona is a beach, said. J'adore, Cat Daddy. You are a bicon and an amazing YouTube entertainer. Thank you for all that you do. I appreciate it very much. Knowing that I can make anybody else feel good about themselves when it comes to something that they should not feel the least bit bad about and enjoy, that makes me feel good. Seraphim said, as someone from Texas, yes, stuff is spaced out. We got a lot of space. Yeah, you do. You definitely do. It looks really cool at certain points, though, I gotta say. Rose Psyche said, if the little cats around the big cat were your fans, does that make us Nick's kittens? Have a safe, non-cursed trip home. Thanks again for that. Ian said, what a horrible night to have a curse. Siesta Yanjiu go. Thank you. 777 from Papa Nurgle. A little love from the Lord of Decay. If we must be cursed, let us wear the badge with pride. I vote we change the name of the fan base to the Cursed. Maybe if you're following Jack Torrance, yeah. But I'm gonna keep my Creatures of the Night. Sacred Ember says, I will do my best to make sure everything goes according to your plan. Thank you, Sacred. PJ says, do the Nick Nocturne. Swing your ARGs from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Nick Nocturne. Take one step and night again. Let's do the Nick Nocturne all together now. Sorry about that. Still here, kitty, says Jazz. Thank you. Hey, Ryuk, says, yo, Nick, sorry to hear about that poisoner incident. Glad to hear everything went well aside from that. Been a fan since the original EMH videos. Yeah, if you guys think I'm mad about that, I imagine that Jack Torrance, upon finding out that that had happened, must be a hell of a lot more angry. So if there is any legitimate curse power under their will, it ain't directed at us. Mr. Awesome 172 says, when this is all over, could you come on the official podcast, coming from someone who's been here since the Hey Kids video? I've heard of the official podcast. Let me check that out again. I think, well, they would have to invite me, right? Siesta Yanjiugo says, if you get rid of these streams after the new video, you should make them unlisted and playlist them. They're fun to watch. They are fun to watch, yeah. Yeah, it's something that, honestly, if another channel did, I would probably put that on while I was working on something or as background noise. So I will do that, don't you worry. That one oddball says, Nick, the curse says your house has people in it. Yeah. Oliver says, will you keep working on the series after you leave? Love from Mexico. Yes, I absolutely will. I am not going to put this thing down now. I'm in it for the end. Tim Sohalt says, hey, Cat Daddy, I'm loving this. The person who said you should play Dungeons and Dragons is wrong. Clearly, you should be playing Call of Cthulhu. Correct. Adam Chase Powell says, been following since Marble Hornets. First super chat. Hey, thank you. First and only furry I've fallen for. Much appreciated. Live stream with Alan Resnick next? Hey, if he'd ever be down for it. Here's the funny thing, is that I'm on speaking terms with those guys, and I'm on friendly terms with those guys, and it's great, but it's still like, oh, that is way too much to ask of them. Anything that I could think of is too much to ask of them. Gundalini says, suspicions or predictions for Jack's next moves? I think they're going to use whatever they get from the P.O. Box in another video. That's what I would do. That's what makes sense to me about the situation. Lena Tallis said, 6 a.m. UK crew! Yeah, shout out to everybody overseas who it's morning for them and they're up real late. Anybody who's up way later than they should be or way earlier than they should be right now, much, much love to you. Doc Jackal says, I've made posts on Reddit in the last few days sticking up for your involvement in JT, and I only just today realized that I may have come off as trying to speak for you. I apologize for that. I haven't seen that, but I do appreciate that very much, Doc. I don't know about speaking for me, but being kind and talking about the viewpoint of what you believe that I've been trying to do here, as I'm actually trying to do that thing, that is much appreciated. Thank you. Wow, the Legend 5604, thank you. Legend 5604 saying, your work means a lot to me, so I want to share something in return. That means a lot, thank you. Thank you so much for all the effort you put into your research. I'm always eager to see anything you put out. Much love from California. Much love to you too, thank you. W.M. Reeves said, in warped time when I sent translation. Was that the curse? I don't know. Could be. Lena Tell said, my hedgehog children said love and huffs. Love and huffs to them too. Vinny Canal says, all hail big cursed cat daddy. Thank you. Maren Eastman says, say Mazel Tov for a wedding. Mazel Tov. Oh, is that an instruction for what I should have done earlier? Say Mazel Tov? Okay. I will remember that next time. Galactic Bun said, I made some humanoid cat version of you. Love ya. Send it on over. I'm open on Twitter and Tumblr. Much appreciated. Thank you, Galactic. Patchwork Heart, hello. They're saying, hey, Nick, it's me again. I finished that script on the psychology of enjoying horror. Should be up next week. Thank you so much for encouraging me. Yeah, send it on over when it's done. I'll take a look at it. Thank you. Rotsuoi said, how would you suggest we ask for forgiveness through the P.O. Box? Should we write something? Should we mail something? If so, what? Love your channel. I would say probably to repeat after Jack Torrance and say, I'm so sorry, and then beg for forgiveness. I don't know exactly what they're looking for in these letters, but I guess we'll see from the results of trying the first round. And Estoya says, your computer may be fine at 54%, but it could be nice at 69%. What say you, Nick? Nice. Jokes aside, keep being rad. You too. Charlie Justice said, my brother and I have been watching you for over a year now. Thanks for giving us something to bond over. Oh, I love hearing that stuff as well. I love hearing when people say that they watch me with somebody else and that it's something that they do all the time. That is incredible to me. Thank you so much. Love to you and your brother. Asami says not everyone can say they got cursed on their anniversary, yeah? It's been a lovely 2 years with you, Cat Daddy. Will you be at Furpak all days? Absolutely I will. I'm hosting the whole event. I will be there the entire time. River Song Pond says, okay, so I wrote a letter and it'll be shipped out at 4 a.m. my time. Oh, New York time. Love from the Finger Lakes. You inspire me so very much. ARG inbound. Ooh, cool. We have our first letter sender. Go for it, River. Natalie Galan says, hi, Nick. Can you say hello to my friend Nima? She's going to be catching this live stream tomorrow morning. Well, good morning, Nima. You have a very good friend, you know that? Jacker said, you are cursed with Lynx disease. Well, I better go find that hedge apple from the ground that I saw the other day. It's the only way to fix this. Lena said, yes, please come to the UK. Nottingham is the most haunted. Ooh, I do love haunted. Sacred Ember says, when is your con? I want to attend. The con that I'm hosting is called Furpocalypse. It takes place in Cromwell, Connecticut, and it will be going on from October 26th through the 28th this year. So you can go ahead and get your Halloween convention in and have no time at all of missing Halloween itself. It takes place over that weekend. Festivities technically begin the Thursday, but the official days for everything really happening are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 26, 27, and 28. And I will be there the entire time hosting. Starshi Renui says, hey Nick, would you consider being a guest for an anime convention next year if I can possibly throw some support out there? It's one out in Fort Worth. Anywhere that can appreciate Nightmind material, I am willing to go to. If you guys are going to be there, and there's a large grouping of you, and it's an event that also celebrates horror and just dark creativity, yeah, I'm for it. I'm all for it. I gotta give you the line that everybody else gives you because it's true. The only way that people ever get added to conventions, besides the moments where the con heads think about who they can add, is when the con attendees tell them, this is who we'd like to see there. Because then they send out the invitation and make sure that they're there. So ask. Anywhere you want to see me. Poke around and ask. Lake Vermilion Dream said 12. Jesus' disciples, zodiac signs, months. Yeah, the number 12 is quite recurring. Mr. Nobody said, hi Nick, it's me again. I'm drumming up ideas for a paranormal/comedy investigation series. Any ideas on how to start a horror channel? Ooh. There's a myriad of ways that you can do that. Just be unique. Be as original and you as you can be. Be the channel that you want to see on YouTube that does not exist already. That's the best advice I can give you. That's why Nightmind exists. Is because I made the channel, I made the content that nobody else was making that I thought was a crime to not have on the platform. Good luck with that. Go for it. Carmela Galvin says, going to miss all these super chats, but the 16-hour shift calls to me. Ooh, God. 16-hour shift. You're a warrior, Carmela. Man, bless you. You're the one who's been cursed. You're the one who's been cursed, honey. Bless you. You have a good shift. I know it's going to be long, but you have a good shift, okay? Thanks for joining us while you had the time. Samuel Macia said, I'll get a witch I know to do a protection spell. There you go. That could help you. Oh, man. Lei, did you tell me how to pronounce your name last time? I'm so sorry. Castro says, I'm here trying to write a message about how you helped me go through days for almost 3 years now. Just thank you so much. Again, love from Brazil. Anytime. Anytime that anything that I've done can help. I love knowing about that. You're absolutely welcome. And give yourself some credit too. Maybe I help, but you are the reason that you get through your days, and your weeks, and your months, and keep on going. Give yourself a round of applause. J Star Being says, just wanted to say thank you for being, well, you, Cat Daddy. Not only does your voice sound fantastic, but how you cover everything horror is just great. Keep being you. Thank you, Jay. You rock. The Bunny Man says, Furries Unite. Been watching your vids since the start. Thank you, Bunny Man. Rena Alcott says, Nick, how are you holding up in the Texas heat? It's pretty hot here where I live, about 2 hours northwest from you. I mean, it's hot, but air conditioning helps. Air conditioning definitely helps. And nice cold water, which I will definitely need to drink some of soon. Baby's Breath Flower says, Hi, Cat Daddy. I've loved watching this whole journey unfold in real time. As a side note, have you ever considered being a hypnotist top? I can confidently say you'd be very good at it. I mean, I'm already one of those things. Anyway, safe travels, Christina. Thank you, Christina. Hypnotism. Maybe I should think about trying that. I'm sorry, I gotta watch you guys now to see reactions. I gotta get some water in the meantime, too. And now you know. Not like any of you expected anything less, all right? That's what you get for sticking through all the super chat sessions. Creatica says, any hint on the West Side thing? I am going to visit a place where many cool things are happening that are very horrifying and thrilling and wonderful and very, very creative. Sammy Maxwell said, Hey Nick, glad I finally got to watch you live. My first vid was Hey Kids, watched you grow since 10K. Believe it or not, your How to Make a Web Series, helped me get out of a slump with my music composition. Thank you very much. Thank you, much love. That's fantastic, Sammy. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh, I've been at this for so long now. I think it's catching up with me a bit. But that's fantastic. Yeah, I'd say I designed the course with the idea that most of what I taught could be, or most of what I talked about, could be applied to all sorts of art forms. So it's fantastic to hear that that's been helping you. I'm so glad. Dominic Duran said, You're the best, Cougar Man. I'm a drunk boy, but it is the first live stream I've caught. It's amazing. Thank you. You're welcome, Dominic. Glad to have you here. River Song Pond says, I have to be up in 3 hours. Letter is a go. Ooh. You get some rest while you can, hon. You get some rest while you can, okay? And good work. Delaney C says, I have a collection of 31 clown statues. Let me send you one. I got that weird curse-looking shit. Send a replacement to Jack Torrance. Send them a new Danny. See if you get forgiven for that. Jaslyn, thank you. Space Child says, here's our new fandom name, the Cursed Kittens. Hey, that ain't so bad. Trouble Bunny says, if you could say my name and give my friend Iron a hello, it would be the best thing ever to happen to me. Is that an I? Yeah. So, hello to Trouble Bunny and Iron. Miko Kitty says, did your boyfriend agree to adopt 200,000 some kittens? No, but he doesn't have to be asked anything when kittens are involved. Micah or whatever says, Part 1. Hey man, huge fan. Just recently became a Patreon supporter, albeit a lower tier. Still gotta support myself, just like you said. Absolutely. Don't ever give anything to me that is taking away from you. That goes for everybody out there. I love the support, but take care of yourselves first, okay? Every single time. Worry about me second. Worry about yourselves first. Guardian Beast said, your voice has helped lull my twin godsons to sleep on a few occasions. Wow. Now that they're almost a year old, I'll have to stop sharing your videos with them until they're quite a bit older. That's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, Trouble Bunny again, saying, by the way, you've given me some wonderful inspiration, and I'm so glad you're still putting such amazing content out there. Curse be damned. Hear, hear. Thank you, Trouble Bunny. I'm so glad to help you out with anything like that. Colin Halter says, thanks for the ride, Nick. I've got my letter written and addressed. You're a real trailblazer in this new form of online storytelling. By the way, Stephen King's Jack Torrance sure has a lot to be sorry for. Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. And Micah's Part 2 says, it's been an honor being able to chat in the Discord, and this whole Jack Torrance experience has just been the coolest moment ever. I'm so glad to hear that. I've heard that from some other people too, and it absolutely thrills me. I knew that I was doing something crazy and unexpected and, frankly exciting coming down here and doing this. But to hear that you guys are having as much of a blast or even more of a blast than I am, that's what makes this worth it. That is what really makes it worth it. Sacred Ember, thank you. Voltania says, gonna send plastic spoons to the P.O. box. Come at me. Go for it. And Part 3 from Micah says, I know I will be sending my own letter to the P.O. box and hopefully getting a letter back / joining the game myself. They seem to now be changing their style to a more online / traditional ARG. Yes, indeed. And thank you, Micah. Thank you so much. Sacred Ember, thank you again. The Sharp One says, Nick, it me, ya boy that got the Princeton tapes. Hey, what's up? I'm no stranger to contacting P.O. boxes, and this one is 15 miles from me. Tell me what I should leave there, and I'll do it. Go with your gut instinct. Do you have the power of the hybrids on your side? Micah with Part 4. Oh, Micah, you are too generous. Thank you. Micah says, anyway, heads off to you from me and my ARG channel buddy, Scott the Goon. Hey, Scott the Goon. Goon, what's up? Love you, Papa Four Eyes. Much love to both of you guys. Thank you. And Laura saying, love you, Kisaisuke. I probably butchered that, and I'm sorry, but it's Cat Daddy in Finnish. That's cool. Zrife, or X-Rife Ironbeard, says, unedited footage of a bear brought me here, and I have stuck around ever since. I love all you do. Thank you. Thank you, Ironbeard. Unedited footage of a bear. You've been here that long. Wow. Hey, Calmino, saying, whoa, still going? Best of luck. Is the farewell thing over? Yeah, it's over. It's over. Now we're just doing super chats and having our community get together like this. End of the show. Jaslyn says, can you talk to my mom? She thinks your vids are evil. Everything about my videos is, guys, I only cover fiction. I very, very seldom have anything on my channel that even approaches real stuff. It's all fiction. This is all pure Halloween, just all year round. Red Rocket says, howdy again, Cat Daddy. Could you say hi to my friend Umix for me? Hello, Umix. Alien Scam said, just catching the tail end of the stream, but hope the investigation is still going well. Oh yeah, I'd say it did. I'd say this was mission success. Thank you, aliens. Thank you, aliens. Marina Barcelo said, wanna cat call you, but it would be so expensive. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, and you put in $6.90. Nice. Samantha Nicklin saying, you made me paranoid for these sort of things. But why has your laptop been an EST this whole time? You've taught me to never ignore coincidences. Because I'm from New England. So the computer never changed over when I got over here. And yeah, I know I'm at 22%, guys. I'm fine. As long as we survive all the super chats, you know, we're good for it. I'll keep going until I can't go no more. Starboy35 says, my friend introduced me to you months ago, and it was the margaritas that convinced me to stick around. Thanks for being my stepping stone into horror. You're welcome. You guys are my damn good margaritas. And Marina again, you are awesome, by the way. Love from Brazil. Love to you too, Marina. Thank you. John A. Or John E. John E. says, have you noticed how in yesterday's J2 video at 1, the branch kind of looks like a 5? I did not, no. That was a pretty mysterious video, to be honest. Smalls said, just wrote a letter asking to join the cult. We'll see what happens. Cheryl says, after all of this, are you going to do an updated PetScout video? We are on episode 15. Yeah, I definitely owe PetScout another look. Things are really heating up now, and it does get me thinking as well. It gets me excited, but I got some other things I want to attend to first that need it. Firefright says, it seems Google ate my last super chat, so here's a longer one. Thank you, Firefright. Sorcaras, Silver Star. I think I butchered that, I'm sorry. Silver Star says, newer to your channel, but I'm loving it. Glad to have you here. Ren Cameron. Oh, wit. Hypnotist top. Already one of those things. And that, Nick, is what fanfictions are for. Well, you know, art imitates life. Life influences art. It's a cycle. River Song Pond saying, Nick, you literally made me just cry. I'm too tired for this emotional whiplash. You've helped me through my depression. I can't sleep. Oh, River. Oh, River. It's okay, honey. You can do it. You catch some sleep, okay? I'm glad to help you through anything that you've been through, hon. Just remember, you know, it's not just the stuff you look for that helps you through. It's the fact that you choose to survive. You can do it, honey. Thank you so much for being around like you have. I believe in you, River. Nicholas Ashworth says, before going Tribe 12 livestream on us, let me say it has been an honor to watch all these streams of yours as they went live. Safe, non-cursed travels, and here's to finally meeting you in Discord. Thank you, Nicholas. Alien Scam said, I think my last message got eaten, but I'm catching the end of... Oh. Nope. There we go again with it. Just doubled up. Baby's Breath Flower said, I volunteer a tribute. I also forgot to mention that as a bi person, it makes me happy to learn that you were out and proud as bi. Also, I'm sorry I won't be able to go to your furry con, but I have a wedding to go to. Hey! A wedding's a good excuse. And you are absolutely welcome. Absolutely welcome. Alexi says, boy. Cyberman says, Finn about to send Jack 20 bad dragon cat dildos. See, that would be a real curse, wouldn't it? The creators would turn to themselves and say, why did we ever entertain this at all? What are we going to do with these things? Oh, Triple Bunny says, I heard you say my name and I forgot how to breathe. Ulta Flame says, hey, do you think we could have one of these every Friday? A community hangout get-together. I'd love to start my workday every Friday like this. If I can think of something that's good enough to do for this, then yes. Otherwise, I don't want to just be here boring everybody with super chats and collecting super chats. Let me think of something fun. Let me think of something rewarding for everybody. Alexi. No, go away. Alexi said, you give much spooks to be had. Thank you. Mavro St. John said, last bird message. Thank you, cat friend. Thank you, Mavro. Irish, yes, that's my real name. McMullen says, love you, cat daddy. Thanks for the curse. Love you too, Irish. Thank you. Cyberman421 says, I'm thinking of doing a series similar to your channel where I talk about cryptids, myths, and legends. Fingers crossed for a crossover episode. JK. Go for it. If it interests you, go for it. Kay says, will you ever do a 70 Brown update? Yes, I do believe so. Just waiting for a little bit more to happen. And Clayton, wow, Clayton, wow. Clayton Goodman, wow. Thank you, Clayton. Clayton Goodman saying, love ya, just keep on keeping on. Love you too. Love all of you. And with that, we have reached the end of the Super Chats, and I've certainly reached the end of my battery. Oh my god, did the laptop chime shock all you guys like that? I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, that's it, guys. It actually is time for me to go charge this laptop. And, it's about to be 2 hours streaming. But we did it. We came down here. We found Jack Torrance. We played their game. We collected dead drops for the first time. We went through all of these things live as a community. This is why I do Night Mind. This is part of the reason I love you guys. Because without you guys, I never would have been able to do something like this. This is a dream come true. I get to say that this is my job. And that's amazing. I love you guys so much. Thank you. And we'll catch this last super chat that just rolled in from Space Child. Tutorial's character is very dear to me and helps me cope with the fact that it's very likely I might be autistic and I would never have found out about him without you. That's okay, Space Child. Sometimes you'd be very surprised to find out who might be quite like you and do a very good job despite anything that they may be or what they have. Well, that's it, guys. Bless all of you for sticking around like you did. You made it to the final number, 954. Good night to all of you. Thank you all so incredibly much. I'll keep you guys updated on the rest of my trip and all the way to the point when I get back home safe and sound. I love you. We are cursed together. And as long as we're cursed together, I feel fine being cursed. I love you guys. Good night. Thank you. And sleep tight.